Alright, welcome everybody to the first SquidCast podcast. Thank you everybody for tuning in. My name is Tactical Squid and I am joined here today with Johnny B11. We have Dylan, and yeah, BMT is not here today, but he is definitely going to be a member of this awesome podcast. But anyway, I just first of all wanted to go ahead and say a big thank you to Stream Warrior. He is basically the software that it's basically the software I use that allows me to do this streaming. So definitely wanted to give him a big thank you. So yeah, so go ahead and check out Stream Warrior. Level up your live stream with Stream Warrior. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it today. So basically, what we were wanting to talk about in this podcast here is why is Sony not allowing PS4 Minecraft to have cross-compatibility with Xbox and the Nintendo Switch and the Windows 10 edition of Minecraft. Why is this even a thing? So anyway, first of all, let's go ahead and just get a warm welcome here for Johnny and Dylan. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Johnny. You guys like my foot that's on my head there?
Yeah.
It's nice.
See, that's
it's a nice foot.
That's a nice little touch. I mean, I don't know why you took that. See, basically, guys, today I was asking them for some pictures of themselves to put in this little picture you guys see. And for some reason, he sent me a picture of his head with a foot on his forehead. So, I mean,
oh, hell yeah.
It's gonna work, but just in case you guys are wondering who is who, Tactical Squid and the one on the far left, Johnny is the one, of course, with the foot on his head, and Dylan is that loser there who's the second from the right. And then
looks like Leonardo DiCaprio.
And then who looks like Leonardo DiCaprio, and then finally the one on the far
right.
right.
Wait, Tac, which one's you? Tac, which one's you again?
Which one do you think? Take a guess.
Tax the one with the
I'm not watching the stream, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, yeah, so BMT is
which
the one
one's
on the far
you?
right. I'm the one on the far left. You should know this by now. How long have I known you?
The one dude on the far left is Tac.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, it's not Tac, it's...
Shit. Okay.
Okay, kick him, kick him, kick.
Fuck you.
Kick.
Oh, man. Alright, so anyway, though, yeah, welcome everybody to the live stream. So yeah, anyway, I guess let's go ahead and get right into it. So, anyway, so I guess, we're going to start out just with why exactly, Sony is doing this. So, I'm just going to read a little clip, or a little piece from an article I was reading earlier, and it basically says this.
Drag it up on screen.
With Eurogamer, Jim Ryan, head of global sales and marketing for PlayStation, attempted to defend Sony's block of cross-platform play. And he says, we have a contract with people who go online with us, that we look after them, and that they are within the PlayStation curated universe, says Ryan. This is the guy basically speaking for Sony. Exposing what in many cases are children to external influences we have no ability to manage or look after. It's something we have to think about very carefully. So basically that was what the guy from Sony said in regards to, why they're hesitant about doing this cross-compatibility, so this is a very stupid statement in my opinion. So basically what he's saying, for you guys who don't understand, is he's basically saying that they aren't really sure if they want to do this yet because they're just concerned about, he says, exposing what in many cases are children to external influences we have no ability to manage or look after. And Xbox, I believe, and Xbox and Nintendo actually got quite offended by this, that he said that, because they're like, hey, like, what do you think we're gonna do? Are we, not safe enough of an external influence, to, have cross-compatibility with? So, yeah, what do you guys think about that?
Just one thing that I'd like to point out is, in the past, Sony has said that they are open to crossplay.
Yeah.
They specifically said that before, because I remember, I'm even on a community on PS4. I'm with a community that's for crossplay, and I'm not sure exactly how many members it has, but it does have a lot of members, and it just shows that a lot of people want crossplay, and Sony have said that they will do it, but they still haven't, and they're just blocking it out. They were given a huge opportunity to do this, a huge opportunity, and they're after passing it. Yeah, it's such a little game, but so many people want it, especially because for those who play Minecraft, they're on PS4, they're getting left behind. They're not getting servers, they're not going to get the community marketplace, they're not going to get mods, they're not going to get any of that. They're going to be stuck back on the PS4 version, which all it has is mini games, which, to be honest, is probably the worst. One of the worst features on PS4.
Hey, Johnny, real quick, can you turn that fan off? Because like I can really hear it in the background.
Motherfucker, dude!
It's probably
I'm sweating.
People. I'm just saying.
I'm sweating.
I'm spinning.
Alright.
Turn it off, you fucking pussy.
Let me take my shirt off and then I'll turn it off.
Hey, SquidCast's here.
Oh fuck, SquidCast is here.
Anyway, yeah. So to follow up on your point there, Dylan, see, okay, so Minecraft on PlayStation 4. Was that necessary, John?
Alright.
Look here. Minecraft on PS4 is probably the third most popular device that Minecraft is played on. First being PC, second being Xbox, so third is, PlayStation. PlayStation has, I would say, a good 45% of Minecraft players play on PlayStation. And the fact that Sony is not going to let us have this cross-compatibility just due to, oh, well, we just don't think that, if we're going to have other external influences involved, they're somehow not going to be safe. What is that? That's such bullcrap. I mean, come on.
Alright. Let me say something. I didn't get to say anything yet. Like you know how PlayStation said that they're open to do cross compatibility, right?
Yeah.
So this YouTuber by the name of Echo Soldier, he started an online petition.
Right.
To make Sony do cross compatibility. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Dylan, you stupid chap cunt. I'm talking.
Fight me.
And like, I feel like it doesn't matter how many signatures or how many votes it gets. So I feel like Sony won't give a shit about it. They won't do cross compatibility. They don't give a shit about the children. They don't give a shit about their players. They just give a shit about their money. They want the money for themselves. All right.
No, but this is the thing I don't get. I think they can make more money if they do this cross compatibility. Like, what is the only thing?
That's what I was just about to say.
The only thing that's
it doesn't
holding
make
them
sense.
back is that they're afraid of external, influences coming upon these PlayStation users. Like, what's the difference anyway between the Xbox users and PC users? Are they like totally different people? Are they like aliens that are gonna just haunt us?
Okay, I want to rebuttal something just there for a second. With the thing, I feel like one of the main reasons why they're saying no to it is because to run this, you have to have an Xbox Live account, which is sort of defeating the purpose to have a PlayStation in a sense, because you're both having an Xbox account while playing on PlayStation. And another thing is, if they think that they're going to like lose people by doing this, they're going to lose more people by not doing it, because by not doing it, it's going to piss more people off and encourage more people to go to Xbox or PC rather than PlayStation, which in my
and like if Sony really cared about their children and their players and shit, you shouldn't have got hacked a couple years ago. You shouldn't have got hacked if you really cared about them.
I mean, that is actually a very good point. They're talking about online security. If anything, PlayStation is probably the least secure out of all of them. Oh, we got a new subscriber here today, Science Nerd. Thanks for subscribing to the channel, man. Very much appreciated.
Nerd.
But yeah. So as you were saying though, it's like you know, Sony PlayStation is probably the least secure out of all of them. And you know, I love PlayStation. You know, PS4. My first console was a PS3, and then I have a PS4 now. But you know, I love it. But you know, I gotta be honest. When was the last time you heard about Xbox being hacked? I mean, really, you know, you know, Sony console, it's always being hacked. So for them to actually
I just want
over, you know, security, it's just beyond me.
I just want to very quickly go over something there. There was this kid that on Xbox, he's a 5-year-old. He managed to get onto his dad's account and play 18+ games without any help. The way he did it was he clicked on forgot password, and whenever it went to the guest password screen then again, all he did was put in a bunch of spaces and he got into his dad's account.
Really?
With a bunch of spaces. Now, I'm sorry, Sony is not that stupid, but Microsoft, on the other hand, I wouldn't say that they're necessarily stupid, but they have a lot more money than Sony. They have PCs, phones, consoles, games, everything, and all Sony really has is a phone, a console, a couple apps. Like, Xbox have so much more money. Sony, I think, have a bit of an excuse to be able to get hacked because they won't have as much money. But Xbox, on the other hand, they have absolutely no excuse in any way, shape, or form.
Right. And I'll tell you this much as well. As I was saying earlier, you know, it's like these. Hey, we got another new subscriber, Brandon Torres. Thanks for subscribing, man. Very much appreciated. We're getting close to 3,000. We're just 10 away. That's awesome. So hopefully we can get the stream. But anyway, as I was saying though, you know, one of them, you know, these people, these companies that are, you know, PlayStation is the companies that PlayStation is calling, you know, not secure and stuff like that. One of the person from Xbox actually, you know, was actually offended by this statement. Polygon reports that Spencer, you know, he's from Xbox. He says seemed offended by Sony's excuse in an interview with Giant Bomb. He says this: the fact that somebody would kind of make an assertion that somehow we're not keeping Minecraft players safe, I found not only from a Microsoft perspective, but from a game industry perspective. Like, I don't know why that has to become the dialogue. That doesn't seem healthy for anyone, says Spencer. So, you know, he's obviously wondering, like, why Sony is thinking this. And hey, we got another subscriber there from Jack Seisman. Thanks a lot for subbing, man. We're getting close. We're just 9 away now. That's awesome. But yeah, so you guys hear what I'm saying there, though, right? You know, it's like,
yeah,
these other companies are obviously getting quite offended by this as well. And a lot of them are saying, like, you know, hey, come on, we want you to come on board with us. We want PlayStation 4 to be able to join this cross compatibility with us. You know, it's like, you guys are a very big franchise.
Yeah,
we need you guys on board, but Sony's just saying no, and it's for a very stupid reason.
I will 100% agree with that. But one thing that really annoys me even more than that is just the fact that if you go to, like, previous things with Sony, previous interviews, they have said they want to do crossplay. Yeah. They've done crossplay with PC before. So why is it so difficult for them to do crossplay with Xbox and Nintendo Switch? And even more, in that exact same interview, the head of Sony was, Jim Ryan, was asked, it doesn't seem to be a problem for Nintendo. Perhaps the video game company most mindful of the protection of children. Nintendo is based only on children. It's very rare you get a gory game or even a 12+ game on that console. But yet they're accepting it. And its response to it was, yeah, that's true. Everybody has to take their own decisions. We'll do that. Like I say, we have no philosophical stance against crossplay at all. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I honestly feel he's made all of this up. He went in there, like what Johnny's doing right now. He's gone in there with nothing on his mind, and he's just improvising the whole goddamn time.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny's got a foot on his mind. I think, you know, he's got that literally on his mind. But I know what you mean.
Let's talk about Doctor Who.
But and you know, you say that it's like, you know, he's making an excuse, But the question that we all have still is why? What is this excuse for? You know, like, he's literally making an excuse for what? So they can get less money? So they can get less people to want to buy their console? You know, it's like if there's somebody out there who has not bought a console yet and they really want to get Minecraft, they're going to look and say, hey, on Xbox, if I buy Minecraft, I'm going to be able to play with all these people on PC, the Nintendo Switch. But if I buy Minecraft, if I buy a PS4 and get Minecraft, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Which console do you think he's gonna buy? The Xbox, obviously.
Exactly. That's
so. But I just don't understand what this reason is. You know.
It's one of them things that doesn't really make sense to me in any way or form. And like, if you look at the actual trailer for it, in that trailer, there's pictures of every single console. They built every console that'd be in it. They built the Xbox One. They built the like, something that even annoys me even more is the fact that Android, it's being paired with Android, a phone.
That is true.
And it's not getting paired with a console. Like, honestly, it just doesn't work in my head. It doesn't piece together.
Yeah, it's quite ridiculous.
Alright, we're talking about cross compatibility and shit, but I just want to say, like, how, like, what Dylan said earlier in the podcast, how
he's just you're just improvising. Oh, not working.
Yeah, right now. how like PlayStation isn't getting like the shaders or like
no limit Showy. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel.
Or fucking cunt. Like, they're not getting the shaders. They're not getting the servers. Like, at least give us servers. Like if you're not gonna do cross compatibility, at least give us servers for everyone on PlayStation, so we can play together. You know what I mean?
It's not safe, Johnny.
No. I'm talking about like.
I mean,
yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of questions we have. It's like, and I almost feel like, oh well, what?
We should have got a PlayStation executive in here.
I know, right? But it's almost like, you know, even if they say, oh, you know, it's like we won't be able to run servers, then tell me how you can have a game such as Battlefield 1 that has 64 people in the game with like super looking graphics and still be able to have 64 people in it without lag at all. But on a Minecraft game that is literally pixeled blocks, you can't have a server on PS4 with more than like 8 players. I mean, I don't know.
No, okay. I just want to say quickly with the server thing, that has nothing to do with Sony. Are you talking about like getting servers on PS4?
Yeah, on PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with Sony. That's actual like Mojang or 4J Studios who haven't worked on that yet. It is possible, and I know for a fact Sony would do it if it was everybody on their console, because it would make money. But I feel like just because it's crossplay and just because it's being done through Xbox Live, I feel like that's why they have refused to do it. I think if it was done through do you know the way what's the game? I'm not sure exactly what the game is, but Paragon, that's it. On Paragon, that's cross-play with PC. But the way that they do it, I don't understand why Microsoft won't just do it that way. It's the exact same thing. And if anything, it would be easier to do it that way. Because Paragon have done it with PC. Obviously, they haven't done it with like Xbox and stuff because Sony don't want that. But if it was done, I think if they changed it from Xbox Live and just made it so you could go on Minecraft and you could play with people, like, so your Sony account will get linked with an Xbox Live account in a sense. Like, you sort of have both accounts running simultaneously, and as soon as you go on, you can. Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you guys. If you were a Sony executive or a Microsoft executive, shut the fuck up.
Fight me.
How, like what you said, how PlayStation most likely doesn't want to do it because of Xbox Live, how would you compromise in a sense? Like, if gonna do this again?
Just look
Okay.
Like,
Soul
if
Survivor, no, it's
Xbox,
not.
like,
Sorry, I
if
was
Xbox wants to still do Xbox Live, but PlayStation doesn't, but then PlayStation decides, hey, we'll compromise. What would be your guys' ideas for compromising?
I mean,
Honestly, I feel like it would just be. Do you know how a lot of people? Actually, go on, Tak. You go first.
I mean, all I'm saying here is, I mean, what's the compromise? Like, what is the compromise? Like, for me, if it was up to me, I would say, hey, go for it. You know, let's get the cross compatibility. I mean, I'm not a Sony executive, so I don't know what their actual reasons are for this. But if it was up to me, I mean, I would say, you know, go for it. There's no compromise in my opinion.
Huh?
Okay, so, with them having an alternative, honestly, I feel like if Sony and Microsoft were to team up and make a console, I think that console would be. No, let me finish. Okay, that console would be one of the biggest consoles in the world. And I know for a fact Xbox would do that. They would go ahead and make a console with Sony. But the only problem at the moment is Sony, they don't want to do it. Which, again, it just doesn't make sense to me. And with Sony refusing crossplay, they're losing out on so much money. In the sense that there'd be more microtransactions. They'd be making money same as Microsoft will be making money, even with Nintendo as well, if they decided to pitch in with this console. And if they can do it if they can make a console, why can't they make one game cross-platform? It's really just as simple as setting up a bunch of servers on like a big mainframe type thing and having them all linked between Sony and Xbox, and then having like a way of intersecting in the middle.
There's just more to it, I think. I mean, they can do it. I don't think the problem is like, how do we do this? They can do it, but you know, they're just refusing. And you know, I'll read this right here. Microsoft has repeatedly reached out to Sony to try and enable this cross-platform play. It said, Microsoft says, we would love to work with Sony to bring players on PlayStation 4 into our united ecosystem as well, says a Microsoft spokesperson in a statement to Polygon. Even Spencer says, the door is open, encouraging Sony to change its stance. Psyonix even told Polygon that cross-network play in Rocket League would be up and running in less than an hour all over the world, get this, if Sony removed its blocks. So I guess this is something I just realized right here, that I guess Rocket League would be, you know, running in less than an hour all over the world if Sony removed its blocks. So I guess they'd be able to do the cross, because with Rocket League right now, I think you can play with just PC players, but I guess, you know, if PlayStation was open to it, we'd be able to play with Xbox players and, you know, Nintendo Switch players as well, which is, you know, that's just beyond me. So you can definitely see companies are reaching, Microsoft is reaching out to them and stuff. I don't see, and that's the thing, you know, it's like, hey, you know, you say, well, Sony and Microsoft just need to come together and, you know, just team up as one. Microsoft, you can see clearly, is already willing to do that. Microsoft obviously is asking them. They've been reaching out to them multiple times, but Sony, they just have their barriers up. They have their walls up, and it doesn't look like they want to take them down anytime soon. So, you know, that's just my input on that.
And like if you look at other games like Rocket League, for example, Rocket League is cross-compatible with PS4 and PC. Yeah. Not sure about Xbox.
No, it would be with Xbox, but Sony hasn't agreed to it for some reason.
And like, if they can do that with PC, why can't you know, they just do it cross consoles.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't get that either.
Like,
that's
like-
a good point.
like how you said how, how you said, how fuck you, Dylan.
Why'd you have to put that in the chat, Dylan?
Penis.
Alright.
How you said that Xbox offered and Sony denied for Rocket League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's basically an example of greediness.
But how is it greedy?
Because Rocket League was once a trending game, right? And then once Xbox players were like, we want Rocket League cross-compatible too, and then I don't know what the fuck I'm going to
I see
continue.
what you mean, though. It is kind of selfish for Sony to just not allow Xbox, because, yeah, I know what you're saying. Xbox is saying, hey, you know, we want to be able to open up to cross-compatibility with PS4, but PS4 isn't, you know, open to the same idea. So
Yeah.
I can see what you mean by selfishness, because, you know, I don't know if that's the best word to describe it. I mean, but, you know, they're just limiting Xbox being able to do what they want, and, you know, Sony's just not buying it. So, anyway, yeah, so it's definitely quite crazy. I don't understand, you know, what the whole deal is with it and stuff. But I'll go ahead and just read this exchange as well between, I don't know who it was, but I think it's someone from Polygon. But yeah, so here's the exchange. They say, oh crap, I lost. Here it is. Minecraft works cross-platform between Switch, Xbox, and PC. Today, Rocket League was announced as working cross-platform between Switch, Xbox, and PC. Both don't work cross-platform with PlayStation. Now, is this Sony not playing ball? What is actually going on here? And Jim Ryan says it's certainly not a profound philosophical stance. You know, this is what Dylan was saying. We have against this. We've done it in the past. We're always open to conversations with any developer or publisher who wants to talk about it. Unfortunately, it's a commercial discussion between ourselves and other stakeholders, and I'm not going to get into the detail on that of this particular instance. And I can see your eyes rolling. I guess the dude who's interviewing him was rolling his eyes. Good for him. Anyway. So the dude said, well, you must see that PlayStation owners are upset. They want to play with Switch owners, PC owners, and Xbox One owners for these two big and important games, and they don't have an explanation for why. That's what I'm getting at, really. And he says, yeah, we've got to be mindful of our responsibility to install our base. Minecraft, the demographic playing that you know as well as I do, it's all ages, but it's also very young. We have a contract with the people who go online with us, that we look after them, and that they are within the PlayStation curated universe. Exposing that in many cases our children to external influences we have no ability to manage or look after. It's something we have to think about very carefully. And then, you know, he says, yeah, that's true, everybody has to take their own, or, you know, he says, that it doesn't seem to be a problem for Nintendo, perhaps the most mindful video game company of the protection of children, you know. So Nintendo is obviously, you know, very good with that kind of protection. And he says, yeah, that's true. Everybody has to take their own decisions. We'll do that. Like I say, we have no philosophical stance against crossplay at all. And then finally he says, is that a done deal? Or are you leaving the door open perhaps? And Jim Ryan then responds saying, I don't think anything is ever a done deal. Anybody who is dogmatic in that manner is typically a fool. That said, to my knowledge, there is no live conversation ongoing at the moment. Yeah. So that is that. You know, I guess it's pretty much, I don't know though. You know, because I feel like, you know, Sony has said they are open to this kind of thing. They are open to it, but the reason that they're not open to it for Minecraft cross compatibility, it's beyond me. So yeah, that's my input. Any of you guys want to chime in?
Sony's a piece of shit.
Yeah. That's true. Let's go ahead and get some questions here from the audience. If you guys have any...
All 4 people.
Any concerns, you know, just in regards to this whole thing, let me know now. I will be right back, actually. You guys need to...
Penis!
I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so the way
Four
I
people
really...
fucking watching, man.
The way I see it is with everything that's currently going on for with Minecraft, with Sony and Microsoft, crossplay, everything like that, I honestly just feel like Sony is really scared. Not like as in the type scared that they don't know what the repercussions of them doing this will be, and they're worried that they're gonna lose their player base because of this. But they need to try open their eyes, and they need to try see the positives, because I feel like all they're doing is just seeing the negatives, and it's really down-putting just to see the fact that Sony is doing this to their player base. Their player base wants something, and they're not giving it, and they're gonna start slowly losing their player base by doing this. They need to open up more. They need to do more rather than just sitting on their asses waiting for a huge opportunity. They need to grow a pair of balls. Jump in the fucking deep end and take a risk. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I have nothing to say because
You're
I'm
gay.
just improvising.
You're fucking useless.
Sorry.
I'm trying to think now what to say.
Man, we gotta fucking like promote this shit. Cause it was doing so good at the beginning and then it just fucked over.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like... How do I say this? How do I say this? With Sony becoming, like, doing this to their fan base, they're gonna start deteriorating. They're gonna start dying. It's fact. It's not fiction.
Yeah.
It's fact. They are slowly gonna start dying, and they're gonna be left in the dust. They're gonna be left behind, and it's really sad to think the console that I've been playing now for about 4 or 5 years. Actually, no, it would have been about 7 years now. I've been playing it because I started on the PS2 and now I'm playing the PS4. I'd say it's been about 7 years now. The console that I've stuck with now for 7 years is just gonna die. It's gonna be left behind, while every other console is getting all these big opportunities. Gonna be getting all these great opportunities, and Sony's just gonna turn every single one of them down. It's really sad to think about that.
Yeah.
Come on, you have to say something, fuck's sake.
So, do you think that Sony...
No, you talk about something, now you ask me questions. Fuck.
Well...
Why did he pick you to be in this? You're fucking useless.
Well, I feel like...
Stop fucking laughing.
Okay. Alright.
Stop.
Alright. Okay. Alright.
Penis.
Okay, alright, okay.
What's so funny?
I don't know. But I feel like Sony's being just extra bitchy about this whole situation.
Yeah.
Like, they like I said before, they don't give a shit, and if they really did, then like they would do something about it, or like have an official statement. You know
Yeah,
what I
like,
mean?
they'd
Just not a
say
fucking
that-
spokesperson. Like an
Them
official
saying
statement.
that it's over their fucking rules is a bunch of fucking bullshit. They
It
need
is.
to fucking grow up. They need to grow some fucking balls, as I've already said.
Exactly,
And
because if you look, Rocket League, that's cross-compatible with PC. If that's over their rules, then why is there cross
yeah, if they do
compatibility?
crossplay with other games on like just PC, then why the fuck can't they do it with console, huh? They can't
Exactly.
monitor PC just like they can't monitor Xbox or Nintendo Switch. It's all random. You don't know who you're gonna meet. You don't know who they're gonna be like. You don't know what they're gonna do. You just don't know.
Yeah.
It's the same with every multiplayer game. On Black Ops 3, yeah, it's an 18+ game. So what? It's got voice chat. You join a lobby, people start cursing at you. They call you fucking dumbass. Fucking all the names under the goddamn sky. And then you go to Minecraft, where where you can't even play multiplayer, and those games that you do, people can limit it, so you have to be their friend. But yet they add in mini games, which again will add the same risk of doing crossplay, where they can't monitor every single game.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
impossible.
Yep. I can agree with that. Yeah.
Tack, fuck off. You weren't here. You had the discussion.
I got here and then I was just listening to what you were saying, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So.
Yeah. By the way, chat's died.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, that stream is dead.
Well, it was alive when we started. It was like we had like 12 people.
I think I just pulled a muscle in my neck. Ah, that really hurt.
You wanna wrap up our conversation and then have that be the first episode?
Well,
I think it needs to be a bit longer.
We can just, ask the audience, 5,
What
Yeah,
audience?
all 4 people.
or whatever. Just what do you guys think in the chat?
Okay,
of
if you're
this
still
whole-
here, type squid suck in the chat.
No, but like really though, just tell me what you guys think of it, and yeah. But I'll tell you, it's definitely quite a crazy.
Kill yourself, you fucking anal-loving dildo fucking atheist alien cuck.
No, don't do that in the stream. But
My little penis. My little penis. My little penis.
anyway,
Alright, but like, when do you think so? Alright, let me just start this off. Do you think Sony is going to allow cross-platform for Minecraft in the future? And if so, when do you think?
I feel like they will. I feel like they're gonna have to end up giving in because the community aren't gonna stop. They know that they won't, and I feel like they should just get this over with and grow a pair of balls and just say, "Fuck it," and do it.
Johnny, look at the comment in the chat. Anyway, alright, go on. Dylan, seriously, stop playing that. Like, don't do that like during your stream.
Fight me.
Seriously. Like we had a good little thing going there. What just finish off. You know what you were saying now.
I finished it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah.
Shall I just like the video by
let me just chime in on that. So, yeah. For me as well, I
Penis!
I do agree that they are going to eventually, they're eventually going to do it. Like Dylan said, there's a lot of people out there that really do want this to happen, including us, including me. But, I just think it might just take some time. But eventually I do see it happening. I really do. There's no way that they can just say no to this. This is such a big thing. It's such a big thing that people on console, on PlayStation, have been wanting for such a long time. And we've never got it. And finally comes a chance. Finally comes an opportunity that we, as console players, can get something like, and even PC, for every player, everybody on Xbox, PS4, Nintendo Switch, even PC, you guys will finally be able to play with us console peasants, whatever you want to call us. But you know, we're finally
Now,
at a time where it can happen. But PlayStation
when
is just not allowing.
when do you think
When do I think it's gonna happen?
Sony's gonna allow that? Yes.
Well,
like-
first of all,
like,
when is this?
within-
Did they confirm a release date for when this cross compatibility is going to happen?
It's in this
They
fall.
never did. They said in this. Yeah, they said
Yeah,
like
yeah,
late
they just
summer,
said this
early fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, when the school year's about to start, so fuck us, right?
Right. So.
My little penis.
I mean, at this point, I don't think it's gonna happen right whenever they release it. It'll probably be delayed.
No, definitely.
Maybe it might be a Christmas present. Who knows? Maybe during Christmas they'll finally announce that they're gonna, you know, let it happen.
Fall, not fucking winter, you idiot. Oh, never mind.
You know, like
Very stupid kid.
I
just don't listen. There's a difference.
honestly think that it's not gonna happen at all. Like, even though I really want it to happen, I feel like Sony's gonna be a fucking bitch, like they always are, and then they're not gonna do it. 'Cause they don't give a shit. They act like they do, but they don't.
Yeah. Sad but true, but, you know, I guess that's just the way it is. But anyway, I'm going to give you guys just a little bit longer. If anybody has some kind of a comment whatsoever, I mean, just anything at all, just write in the chat, and we'll give us something to discuss about. So I'll let you guys, you know, try to think of something that you can think of, and yeah, then you can go ahead and ask.
See, the one thing that really upsets me is the fact that this I always thought was in the works for ages. From when they announced Minecraft Realms, I always thought, well, if they're gonna do Minecraft Realms, I'd say that they're gonna end up bringing in servers. So when they do Realms, they're gonna be able to do servers. Now with this, it's made me, as I said, I always thought that it would be a complete thing. It wouldn't just be like a fucking Xbox thing or Switch thing. I thought it'd be all together, but this, it actually makes me sometimes want to cry. Just the fact that it's been a game that I wouldn't say I grew up with, but I've played it pretty much since it was released on console, and
I don't know if I'm at the point where I'll cry over
it really,
it, but you know, go
no,
on.
you know what I mean. It really does upset me, the fact that they do shit like this to their fan base that loves them, their fan base that spends countless hours on their console, spends money on their console, spends time and dedication on their console instead of Xbox. It's just a selfish way to say fuck you to the people who want something.
Yeah.
They pay they give you your money. Why can't you do something that will earn you more money? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. And a lot of things in this world don't make sense, but you know, there's a reason behind all these things. But you know, I don't think we'll know until they really give an actual explanation out loud. So anyway, doesn't look like anybody's got questions in the comments, so I guess, you know, we'll probably have to end it with that. Well, first of all, Dylan, or Johnny, whichever one of you guys, if you guys can get like you know, get the petition link and put it in the chat so that I can put it in the
I'll do
description
that
of the
now.
video. That work, because you know, definitely, you know, guys, if you are out there,
My little penis.
you guys out there, you know, want to see, you know, this happen, go ahead and sign that petition. We need to get it started. We need to see it going. And the more it grows, you know, it's very unlikely, but, you know, you still have a little bit better of a chance than before of getting this to happen, because, you know, they need to see...
I'd say definitely put it in your description, though.
What?
Put the link in the description whenever the video is live.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
He's like, yeah, I will.
What do you mean? Just send me the link and I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, that's...
You can't put
Dang. You know the stream's dead when
websites in the
SquidCast
chat.
even left. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, she left because Dylan banned her.
Wait, what?
No, she was cursing at people in the chat, so I
Dylan,
timed her out.
Swear. What freaking link did I just...
No, excuse me. She went and she was fucking cursing at people in the chat.
What link did you just put in the chat?
About time you fucking seen it.
No, but really, you don't have a right to ban anyone until I say so.
I didn't ban them, I put them in timeout.
Yeah, timeout, not ban.
Fucking fuck you, John. You get me in trouble.
It's like a fucking little brother. Fuck you, got me in trouble.
Okay, so there's the link there. If anybody wants to go on there and sign it, or even share it on social media, get it signed by more people, try spread it around to get people to like it, get Sony to stop being stingy little fucks, and do something instead of fucking just sitting there making money. Then yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
Yeah. Alright guys, well I think that's going to wrap up the podcast for today. That was the first one on the channel, so we definitely plan on doing more. Next time we do it, we'll probably be talking about something else. So yeah, anyway, thank you Alex for watching this stream. Staying here. And yeah, so thank you all. I don't even know what I'm saying. All. Thank you, Alex, for watching, and I will see you in the next podcast.
Peace!